Hey everyone, welcome to Drink Beer Watch Horror. Shoot the Shit, episode 5. Alex Solowitz. We're gonna just shoot the shit and talk about horror movies. So how have you been, man?
I've been okay. I haven't really. I worked at the beginning of the year, but haven't worked since, and have adjusted. It's slowly getting back started again, and then now it looks like it's shutting down again. Yeah. So it's rough, you know. But we make adjustments and we move on, you know.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So I looked through your IMDb and stuff like that, man. Yeah. I see you dabbled in a little bit of horror.
I did. You know, I've always wanted to do a horror film because it's my favorite genre, and I got to be a part of the first. I guess they made this little thing like the 8 crazy horror movie. I don't know. It was like 8 horror movies. You know, it was like that I believe Lionsgate put together, where they took 8 of their best horror films and put them together, and it was the first one of the batch, and the batch went really well. So it was cool to be a part of. It's cool to be a part of a horror film. Plus, I got to work with my buddy Pat Rena, who's the ginger from Sandlot. Yeah. We'd been friends for a long time, so we had a lot of fun on that set.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
I have not seen it. I mean, I'm definitely gonna look around for it and try to see if I can.
Yeah, I think I was the first person ever to get a blowjob on film while a girl gets her head cut off. So spoiler alert.
There you go. I mean that's always. I love good kills, man. Like good kill. I'm gonna say
that's a fucking great kill. I mean, could you imagine that, getting a blowjob and getting the girl's head chopped off mid blow?
Yeah. Fuck, man. So tell me what are your top? Give me your top 5 horror movies of all time.
Oh God, Bridges of Madison County.
Oh.
No. Sleepless in Seattle. No, it would be. It'd have to be. I grew up on Nightmare on Elm Street. I watched it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So it'd have to be my top horror film that scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. I'd have to go with Friday the 13th. Not 1 so much, but like more 2 and 3 when Jason was kind of, you know, introduced, you know, because it was his mom in the first one, you know, and then he kind of came out, and you know, and I even like the one where he was like frozen, like cryo froze.
Oh, what is it, Jason X?
Yeah. I mean, you know,
I mean, they have the liquid nitrogen like head and smash into little pieces and shit.
So cool. I mean, and then the robot like just being a badass, and I was just like, well, this is a really good movie. And then so Friday the 13th, of course. I really like The Omen, the new one.
The new one.
I like anything, any except the recent film that Rob Zombie did. I wasn't too fond of that one.
Oh, the 3 from Hell or 31?
I think three from Hell. I haven't seen 31.
Don't pass on it. I mean, okay. So I'm not a big fan of. Like, I love Rob Zombie as a person. I think he knows exactly what he's doing. Or he knows his movies. He watches a lot of them.
Sure.
I see a lot of his movies being recycled. Like all those movies are Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Hills Have Eyes. It's like all the movies he grew up with, and he just sat there and combined them all and kind of put it in his own way of doing it.
He did.
And it just, to me, I mean, it's one of those things. It's like watching like a remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets Hills Have Eyes, and
right, using the same 4 characters over and over again.
Exactly.
You notice his wife always has sex with different guys, which is
maybe cuckoldish.
Yeah. Voyeuristic. I don't know, whatever it is.
Yeah. I mean,
I like her. I thought,
yeah.
you know what, I might get, smashed for this, but I liked his version of Halloween better than Halloween.
Yeah. So I mean, hey,
I hate to say it.
I love controversial answers from people. I'm dead set on telling people Halloween 3 is the best one out of all of them. Like, hands down. It has nothing to do with Michael Myers. I love it's such a good movie, and it's just fucking weird. And I love Tom Atkins. Tom Atkins is one of my favorite actors from the 80s.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
He's just a fucking man. Like, he smokes fucking cigarettes, 6-packs, and bangs a fucking like 21-year-old girl when he's like in his 40s. And I'm like, I mean, that's like every movie he does too.
Yeah, they still do that. They just don't film it.
Yeah. And I've heard he's like an ornery grandpa, and like one minute he's like really cool, next minute he's just like this fucking crotchety old man. I'm like, that's awesome. I want to meet him so bad.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he and Bruce Campbell are my two, like, I want to meet and fucking have a beer with and just sit down, and just pick their brains and just talk and talk and talk.
Well,
man.
you should reach out. He'd probably do it.
I have, man. That's the hardest part about doing this, the whole drink beer, watch horror, shoot the shit thing, is actually getting people to respond to me. Or, like, I'm finding out now the people that are responding to me are like, fuck this, I've done Skype videos all fucking year. I'm tired. November, December, my fucking break, and I'm like, well, hit me up next year then. And I'm like, I'll shoot the shit with you, man. And
what the fuck else do we have to do? I mean, like, what? Seriously.
I don't know. I'm taking it with a grain of salt, and I will sit down and talk horror with anyone. Like, I love to. It's my thing. Like, it's what I do. And like when Sarah sent me a link, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll talk with them.
Absolutely. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I love Skyping and Zooming and all that shit. I mean, whatever. It's just fun to shoot the shit. It's fun to talk to somebody. It's fun to see facial expressions.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, man, it's just such a fucking weird world now, man. It's not like one of those things that we like stuck our toe in the fucking water and felt it around and we just dove right in and I don't know. But
yeah,
I mean,
and
the whole movie theater experience too is dead now. Like, that's never ever going to come back.
That's a thing of the past.
Yeah, and gone. That's sad. I'm hoping sad. little indie theaters are going to either start popping up or like
drive-ins.
So,
dude, what happened with drive-ins? Like, why did they?
Now. No, they're huge here.
Well, they're huge, like at private parties and shit, but like they don't have drive-in theaters here. They tore them all down.
True. Oh, fuck,
yeah.
Man. That's, I mean,
where you live?
I'm in Louisville.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's different. Yeah, here there's nothing like that. We don't have anything. Shit. I mean, we have our house, we have our home. You know, we don't have gyms. We don't have. We just make our own shit up as we go along.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit more difficult, but we can adjust. Human beings can have a real good ability to adapt and adjust.
Definitely.
So yeah. Oh, I also like back to horror. I think that what was it? Lights Out. Was it Lights Out?
Oh,
same director. Yeah, Us. Same director.
No. You're thinking of Get Out.
Get Out.
Peele.
Yes, Jordan. Yeah, Peele. Yeah, exactly. Us. I thought that was incredible. I mean, the first one was a lot. It was basically the Stepford Wives just turned around, but Us was just like wow. I would love to dip into this dude's brain.
Well, I mean, he's doing. Candyman is supposed to come out in October. He was doing the remake of Candyman. And
love that movie.
They're talking about him doing People Under the Stairs, a remake of People Under the Stairs. So,
oh my! My buddy Sean was in that movie. He played the dude under the stairs. That guy.
I've been trying to get a hold of him too. Like his assistant
really?
keeps on.
His assistant.
I don't know.
What's he doing?
I don't know. He said, or was his assistant. He goes, "Hey, email my assistant." So I emailed, never heard anything back. So I kept on going on Instagram. I'm like, hey, I want to interview you, and we'll shoot the shit with you. And his assistant contacted me back, going, well, he's not doing anything for right now. And I'm like, well, shit, because I wanted, I try to sync up people with the movie release, because it came out at the beginning of this month, and but
people under the stairs, right?
Yeah, and
yeah, I saw that.
That movie, yeah, when he did the tongue thing where he had his tongue sticking out and cut out.
So good.
I know, it's such a great movie. It's my favorite West Coast
fantastic. Yeah, no, that's a great movie. And the dude with the leather suit, mom and dad. Mom, I'm getting them.
Yeah, the fucking.
Yeah, no, that was a great movie. Yeah, that was. But I think what has to be the winner, and I'm not saying the winner because it was a good movie, because I didn't like it, but the winner of the biggest change, I think, to horror film or films in general, the way we shoot, the way everything was, Blair Witch. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't crazy about the movie, I'll tell you that. Once I found out it was a movie, but let me tell you, whoever did the PR for that movie was a freaking genius. So I had a friend who worked as a production assistant, who brought home a VHS and said, look, this is some real shit. Gil, stop. This is some real shit. Like, I just got this, I don't know what's going on. This is, and we watched it thinking it was real. And as a kid, you Gil, stop. I'm gonna have to put him out. Can you grab Gil? Thanks, son. All right, so so I watched the movie thinking it was 100% real.
Yeah.
And I'm like, at the end, I was just like, these kids died. And if I go back and watch it, I'm sure I'd see everything. I was younger back, I was a kid, so it was like. And then, you start talking to other people, and then I found out it was fake, and then I was like, God. And I just thought it was brilliant how they did it, and they did it for nothing, and they made a fortune. It was a franchise, and the second one was worse than the first one. It was an awful movie. It wasn't great, but
no. I agree.
If you had $20,000 and whatever they spent on that movie, which was literally nothing, and you can come up with an idea that people will watch to that extent, you have scored. And that is a 1 in a million shot that doesn't happen, so have to give it up for that one. Not a good movie, but definitely changed the way we watch movies.
And I definitely agree. It's the whole found footage aspect. It's been around since the 70s, since Cannibal Holocaust. I mean, that was one of the first found footage movies ever. No one ever really picked
up on it, right? Yeah.
And that one, the PR fucking people that made everyone in the fucking country believe that was a real fucking movie, and everyone's like, oh my god, these people went lost in the woods. And we're getting the courts involved. Of course, they need to show up and blah blah blah. And whoever did.
I'm gonna have to watch that one because I haven't seen it.
Oh, Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I give you fair warning. It's an Italian horror movie that is extremely graphic.
Well, they usually are. I mean,
they kill real animals in it. There's really brutal rape scenes and just
more brutal than that dope movie, the girl that gets raped, and then she goes back and kills everyone.
Last House on the Left?
No, close. That was I like that movie. It wasn't Last House on the Left. It was actually made after, I think, a French movie, and they remade it as an American movie. And this girl gets raped. And remember, and he was like, wee, you're a pig. And I'm not talking about Deliverance or anything.
No. I know what you're talking about.
What was that movie called, man? I had a brain fart. I just watched it the other day too. Again.
Spit on Your Grave.
Yeah.
It's Spit on Your Grave.
Yeah, I Spit on Your Grave. That's it. Good man.
The fish hook part, man. That on the newer one. Yeah, that fucking got me. Worse than that. Like straight up, they take this giant clay penis with nails in it, and they show this it's about like these college kids that go down to like the Amazon to document the tribes down there, and there's nothing really to document that much. But one of the scenes is this girl that she either committed adultery or something like that, and they took this giant clay penis and just fucking rammed it right inside her. Oh. Like it's from the distance, but it hits home. Like on this pole, this pole coming out of her mouth, going through the vagina, up through her body, out of her mouth.
Oh,
like sitting there like that, and it's just like, oh fuck.
You couldn't. I don't think you could get away with that today.
No.
You'd have to really tone it down.
They kill a goat, this little rat creature, and a turtle. Like they show it with a machete. And there's the American version is the edited version that doesn't have that stuff because it got banned here. It got banned all over Europe.
That's probably why I haven't seen it.
You can pick it up online like every once in a while. Like some places have it.
Right.
There's one movie I refuse to watch, and it's a Serbian film, and that is supposedly the most fucked up movie like
ever.
I can see a lot of shit. I can see rape scenes. I can see blood and gore, eyeballs popping out, intestines coming out. Kitty rape is the only thing I can't stomach that. I can't watch that.
Right.
That's where my line, and that movie has a lot of that stuff in it, and I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. I don't even think that should be allowed to be done.
No.
Because
it's like some weird art house film that came out of Europe, and it just became a.
Well, I had a problem with that French movie. There wasn't a horror film with the kids, showing them sexualized, and all my artsy friends are telling me to watch it, and it's called Cuties.
Oh, fuck that shit, man. No, I mean,
and I'm just I have no desire. I don't care how artsy it is. No child should be subjected to any of that.
No, never. Know? I mean, and like being like I'm a dad now, and that like before it made me more violently angry. Like now it's just like it's fucking disgusting, and like how could fucking people be like that? I'm like, oh
yeah. And parents on the set allowing their kids to do that.
Agreed, yeah.
And I got in this huge fight on Facebook about how this film is artsy, to where I just gave up and was like, yeah, okay, whatever, like I don't, I can't condone it. I can't condone it in any way. I can't, even though there's an action and a cut, there's still kids with parents, telling their kids to do these things. And I'm just like, no, that's not happening. It's just doesn't work for me.
I agree.
But back to horror.
Yeah, let's go back to horror. Like we keep going down these rabbit holes.
We're going all over the place. I tend to do that. But So I mean, gosh, I thought I like the Saw movies. I thought were good. Predator I liked. Predator wasn't really horror though.
Oh no, I count as horror. I count Predator and Jaws, all that stuff as
Jaws is fantastic, especially. And what was great was the war movie with Martin Sheen where he had a heart attack during the first scene where he was naked. Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to count that as horror, which it isn't. It's a war movie.
Well,
but
it's a war movie, but I mean, it has its moments of just I don't know. A lot of those movies back in the 70s and early 80s and stuff like that, like can be construed in different genres just because the directors that made them are like they fucking like they were really good directors, so it never really felt like, okay, hey, it's a war movie, but there's really fucked up shit in here that's really horrifying and gross, and it's going to scar people.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that was crazy. Martin Sheen actually had a heart attack, and Scorsese said film it. And if you want to watch the documentary, it's called Hearts of Darkness, I believe, that his wife filmed, which is pretty intense. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. Yeah, but then I think we went into this new period with zombies, which was maybe 28 Days Later probably brought that on, I think, unless I'm sure your vast knowledge is better than mine, but I mean that really brought it to the zombie movies extreme. 'Cause before zombie movies were like slow moving, and these guys were just like I mean, they ran faster, were strong, they were just crazy. That was probably one of my favorite movies that I saw in theaters, actually. 28 Days Later. It was great. I even liked the sequel, 28 Weeks Later, and thought that was great too.
No, definitely. All those ones. Honestly, Shaun of the Dead was literally one of my favorite zombie movies ever made. It's just because I like it just has that little campy, like it's fucking funny as fuck, and then there's zombies, and you're just like, oh, okay, it is a horror movie, but it's funny.
Right. Wasn't there another one? I might be thinking. I don't think I'm thinking of Shaun. Isn't it where like? Wait, I might be confusing the two, because those guys made a couple of movies, but the where they show up at these kids show up at a gas station, and the three guys are the Hicks. And, they're just being nice. They just happen to have knives and machetes on them.
Oh, no. Okay, I know what you're talking about. That's not a zombie movie. That's the Tucker.
It's not a zombie movie, no.
That's Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
That's it.
The fuck his name? I can't remember his name. The chubby dude that was in the Devil movie there, or Devil show that came out in the early 2000s. What's his name? Shit. Then Steve the Pirate is in it too, from Dodgeball.
Yeah. I mean, it was genius.
It was.
Because it's so it's like it starts out like those just like, oh, these guys are creepy. Oh no, they're really nice guys. They just kill everybody, but not on purpose.
No, it's an accident. Shit happens. I mean, like when he runs into the wood chipper. And it's like, these college kids are just killing themselves.
But from a distance, it looks like they're getting killed, So it's like, it's just the genius of the directors to just these brains, man. These guys, just where do they think of this stuff is incredible. Yeah. And I love that movie. It's funny. But what else? I don't know. What are some of your favorite movies?